Well, I get back in my spot. Jerry. Jerry.
Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
There's so many things I can reach on this game.
First carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Jump on his fucking head.
Now a play fake. Wentz going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw there on that play.
The dick is the extended clip.
Just as he's trying to haul it in.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up
on
the 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They were Bulldogs last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
What am I doing? I'm supposed to be ordering Pizza Hut. Chill, you're not really hungry for real, dog. I'm not wasting my money. I need to eat.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on
second down. I don't have the car to leave.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hogan.
But I will soon though. So I'm making 1,000. These 2 guys are making 1,000 a month. Like assuming I should be making.
Before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, goal to go from the 6. Now Marshall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I
I'm gonna go for my license during the winter break. But I think I might wait till summer.
And think about it being 4 down territory.
Hold on, I'll explain in a second.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So the only drive from here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball.
You got him
on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh, boy, here we go again, just like last week.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Here we go! Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later. Detroit! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now.
Get on.
And this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Let's go! Party now, party! Over! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39!
Throwing on 1st down. Hogan, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check. Patriot! Go! Back that
They'll run with Marshall. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to...
And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And this is off the left upright.
Nah, but what I was saying...
How about that one?
Was because I could just run it up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's 3 yards over for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
I'm not going to be driving
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
Really
it's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
I just started this job. And I don't want to be like December's right around the corner. AK winter break and stuff. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you money out for 2 weeks or else I'm driving school and all that.
Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I just want I just need 4,000. 4,000. How's he working? 35 hours or something like that.
On play action, it's Wentz.
I should be making about 1,000. Almost close to 1,000 every paycheck.
He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
So you was making it. You wasn't close to 1,000 every paycheck. That's moving.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Winston company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun.
Was it Jimmy John's when I was during summertime at Jimmy John's is what I was making.
I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football.
Hey.
We just saw another example arriving there.
I was only getting 75 at the time.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
And then now he getting
Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
I just hope everything works out. I'm trying to find it.
Now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of camping around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Back.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw again. Hogan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on 3rd down. Hogan. And complete.
Lord, time.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
I'm thinking of a fucking ground war or something.
one inside the 35. Now, hang on a moment here. Marshall's in some pain. Still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
I started this Migos shit and I want all this smoke.
Here's Jennings. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Hogan now. And that is incomplete.
Who's Damo even? That's Damo. Who's he even talking about, bro?
And it was third and short. Okay, they decided to throw the football.
Little bro be lunching out, huh?
Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
I do be lunching, but
and this is right
I'm
down
lunching.
the middle as he puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little
I was about to fucking say, bro. Damn, eat up.
This one fielded at the 5.
Where they be eating on this game? Who is that but about
the
it?
25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle
Stop.
offense now as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out.
I didn't even know that Jones beside me.
Right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a
I'm trying to get that ribbon where I can move faster, like Stalker.
Shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only
got a
able to
fat
get it back
ass,
to the line of
man.
scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Bro, I hate them sitting there around, bro. You automatically die regardless. You're going to die.
Is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up.
Unless you're running armored, where you die automatically.
With the identity map to go out the window, they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Throwing now.
I have yet to survive one of them rounds, bro.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
I don't need them.
Really good pickup of 28
The SCG has a lot of muzzle flash. That's
great
those
job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. No gain on the play. No
gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it
third
by any
dog,
stretch
the
of the
tiny
imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
You know, it's funny, but she blows me because she be acting so hard, but she barking and all that. Barking, she be going crazy when she barks, but if you try to yell back at her or something, she just rolls over.
Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
And that should be frying me, bro. Cause she shuts fuck up. But as soon as you yell at her, she roll over like you did something wrong.
Winston Company with some work to do after the sack.
Whoa, that Tommy just lit my ass up.
And this is going to
be making that dumbass noise.
I tell you, Brandon,
that's her happy
noise,
with
some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap.
Bro,
nice job there to force
it's just me on this game. Like when I kill one person, I die. Right after I kill one person, bro. Don't make no sense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sideline.
Bro, but it's like this one is bad, bro. I don't know if it's because the map is small or what.
It's like it never fits. At the 9-yard line. Nice punt. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got
I actually survived in centenary rounds for 1.
Conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on him.
The Red Sea parts, and there he
goes. You're supposed to leave that stuff alone, bro.
The 20. Touchdown, Washington.
You talking about the drugs, bro. Just leave that shit alone.
91 yards. And the Red
Good deal.
are going to add on to
Buy some shoes off of him.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Drug moves?
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now.
Hit drug moves?
Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again.
Ignorant.
And again.
You end up like Dre? You ain't seen him on the news?
I'll take it.
And that one pushes the
You end up like Dre?
even 20.
You've been acting like you with Khalifa lately.
The kickoff unit
You don't know how to say no.
They will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting.
Oh my gosh, my team
is punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive with Smallwood.
The dog looked at him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40.
Dog was so happy, bro.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Bro, the dog was so happy. Bruh. Can you say your turn, your turn? That John got happy as shit. Nah, I don't think so.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That's now a
but that dog, but the dog came running after you seen him smack the girls up.
Different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes on the swivel and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bullshit when they came out. You don't crack. Nobody still around.
I'm trying to get them 11s. This weekend.
Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money on that bullshit, bro.
What you mean?
Them Jones not sweet, bro. You talking about the white and blue?
Yeah, them Jones is sweet, man. I'm telling you. You missing it. Alright, watch. Alright, watch.
No, son, but neither of them or the red ones really cracking for. I'd rather get the white and blue ones over the red ones. And red's my favorite color. But I'd rather get them.
You can get them too. What about them 12s? You think them 12s like that?
Yeah, I see the 12s.
Huh?
But I ain't see them.
The dark gray 12s, they come out next weekend.
They look like the PSN jumps. The PSN Ys or whatever.
Nah.
Yeah, they look like them.
Nah.
Ooh, these flats up. I'm sure those will come on at 9. Oh.
That's what I'm saying, boy. Them James crap.
Oh, they're not all that, bud.
Alright, watch when you see them James in pressing.
Joning. Hey, send pictures.
Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And here's Marshall. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Plus. Oh no, I missed that shit.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing
I'm
result
about to
even
watch
on
my
a day
day.
like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your
Red
owner
one.
an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going.
I know,
really, the offensive
I know he did not hit
line
with a shotgun from that far away.
was nearly
Huh?
picked.
They got Dorn back or what? Oh, you talking about them, yeah, them comes OC though. Why would you be challenged?
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far.
Need me to shut it backboard once. I need some drinks.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now we're going to get a timeout.
What a rapid
by the
recap.
Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
2 plagues. I don't. Me personally, I don't. But now that you bring it up, I'm probably gonna start thinking about it every time.
As well. With it is Jackson.
Sadly.
Great blocking near.
Now that you bring that up, bro. Now every time this music comes on, I might think of her. Like that same Reek song. Even though that don't crank, but still. If it wasn't for China, man, I forgot. I would have cracked my when I had the permission. Thank you, bro. I've been talking about that China, dog. He had to be talking about a different China.
I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this
then again, he had to. I remember trying to talk about
he was
things.
looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't be cranking that nigga, boy. He's sweet. We don't crank sweet niggas.
I haven't been playing his music. I'm just saying back then.
Off the play fake.
He had that song.
Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete.
You know we don't crank sweet.
You know we don't fuck with them because they got into it.
Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Hogan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is hauled in by Pryor for a Redskin touchdown. Terrell Pryor in the final seconds of the first half.
I was on a roll.
Find a way to stretch their lead. And that stretches the lead.
Take forever to get your kill streak on this game. That shit crazy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Right near the 27. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, I like infantry. I like the bayonet shit.
Number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. As they run the counter play. Finding room inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On 3rd down, Hogan. Caught on the right side, Reed. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They give to Smallwood, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz to throw on second down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that
go away.
You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's on his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to one tackle, but then quickly brought
I kind
down.
of don't understand.
It's a gain of 5
Hey, what
on
does
the play,
cigarettes
and
make
it'll
you
bring
feel
up
like?
a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect
What
this
do
lead,
cigarettes make
give
you
it to
feel
the
like?
max, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that
I mean,
defense stand up
I
and
just
stop
wonder,
it.
like, when these people want to hit them.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
A run with Smallwood.
It's a death stick.
Hit with a lot of force and spun down. 2 yards on
That's
the
what they
carry
call
there.
it, a death stick.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first.
Cancer, straight cancer, bro.
2nd down following the run.
Never, you know me. You know me, bro.
Going right back to Smallwood.
Because I'm the GOAT, nigga, dog. You tripping.
It'll be back at the 36.
Right or wrong.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd
Oh,
down.
Niggas just never want to face the facts. Shit is sad.
The Eagles on 3rd down.
Oh, nah, you wild.
Yeah,
you addicted,
this is
bro.
3rd and 11. Wentz.
Good games.
What did Jeffers do? They robbed me. No, they
34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Alright, bro.
A directional kick going
Wait, what?
The sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25.
What did he say?
And it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Can't stop talking on what?
Second half is underway up
Oh
at
my
Orchard Park.
God.
You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good
There's
one
some big
going
wild
on
shit
there.
to me yesterday
keep
too,
you
but I
updated
tried to ignore
as
man.
it
He got the last
progresses.
one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
I'm going an alarm set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Off-play action. Hogan. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this. Here's Tressway now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Very confused how niggas eat. That's so unconfusing.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Let's take it at around the 40. Still going. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and do more of that.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not butt cheeks clap, boy, bar. My butt cheeks clapping the game.
Again, it's Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable
Enemy
3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
No, I don't. I really don't.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
No more.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Yeah, quit. I'm glad you're thinking about me, but you won't have to think about me every time.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him.
I died from a bomb.
2nd down and 4. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown.
You're going back at 12 feet.
Keith Marshall.
You said what?
TD of the game and 16
Going back at 12.
And this Redskins
When they come
offense
out.
is running away with this one.
November 18th.
And this one was over a
You about to
while
get
ago
him?
as they just add on to their big lead.
Doubt it. I doubt it. This is going to be hard shit to get.
I
Now
know.
to kick this one away, and off it goes.
What about them up tempo?
I'm going to try against them. I'm going to try.
They
The
do.
Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And after the
Yeah,
field
I'm
goal
almost done
last
with that.
time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got
Got
points
that
out of the last
YR2
drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT,
fucking
right?
right, yeah.
In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Whoa. Man, lagging like shit.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Out out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have...
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, that's Marshall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sua Cravens in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So the D-line's going to spread out on 2nd down, Smallwood. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. The Eagles on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. So they will set up shop Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Down to a
What you watching?
The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Man.
It's over now. 43-3.
You about to play another game?
Nah. I thought you said that because you was like, he ain't even see cuz.
Oh, yeah. I need to see. Wait,
well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Redskins, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.